Stephen Metcalfe.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Thank you for inviting me to speak so early in this very, very important debate secured by my honourable friend. I have to say, I never thought I would take part in a debate where I was supporting some form of assisted suicide. But, Deputy Speaker, I've been on a journey, and with permission, I'd like to share a little of that journey with you. I have a friend, a very, very good friend, who I've known for 30 years, and she's here today in the gallery, I believe, with her husband, David, who I've also known for 30 years. During that time, Nikki has developed secondary progressive MS, and while at this point not terminal, at some point in the future it will be. For many years, Nikki has expressed the view that at some point in the future she wants the right to be able to choose the time and manner of her own death. She wants dignity in dying. I have to say that for many years we have disagreed about this issue, and we've had many, many heated debates. But I'm a pragmatist, Mr. Deputy Speaker. I want to support my friend in her desire to be able to choose the time and manner of her own death. But I also want safeguards. I know Nikki and David well. I believe I know what Nikki's wishes are. I know that at some point in the future, that if she were to take her own life, with the assistance of David, that would have been her own free will and her wish. I would be able to vouch for David and say with confidence that his only motivation would have been compassion. But how can I be so assured on behalf of others, perhaps more vulnerable than Nikki, that the assistance at the end of their life? I can't, and so we have the law. But at times the law can be a blunt instrument. They say justice is blind, but on occasions perhaps the blindfold should be lifted just a little bit, so that justice can see that perhaps the same actions may have different motives. I fully support the development of palliative care provision, and I welcome the amendment tabled to this motion. But I also recognise that such care, no matter how much we wish it, cannot remove all suffering at the end of life. And there will be some people, such as Nikki, who may request assistance from loved ones such as David to help them end their lives. This would be an act of compassion, not malice. I therefore welcome the common sense approach taken by the DPP and prosecutors in distinguishing between wholly compassionate assistance, which is highly unlikely to be prosecuted, and malicious assistance, which will be prosecuted. The policy provides clarity and peace of mind to people facing such a difficult decision, but also allows them to focus on living now. My friend Nikki welcomed the DPP's policy when it was published. Nikki described the policy as a great comfort, which would extend lives, because people will not have to act prematurely. Knowing that they can be helped, I don't have to have a death wish. So I don't have a death wish. I just want the right to a dignified death when I wish that to happen. This is the crucial importance of this policy. It gives people a degree of security in the choices they can make and gives them a sense of control over their own lives. It means they can enjoy the present. As Nikki says, it's not about wanting to die, it's about wanting to live with the comfort of knowing that a choice is available. But I reiterate that this debate is not about changing the law. It's about providing much needed clarity on the application of existing legislation. The DPP's policy sensibly distinguishes between malicious and compassionate assistance. However, it is important to note that it does not grant immunity. If there is evidence of malicious or irresponsible practice, it can and should be prosecuted against. I therefore, finally, Mr. Speaker, as a committed Christian, I strongly believe in the sanctity of human life. I believe that human life is instinctively and intrinsically valuable. And whilst I recognise the importance of a debate such as this, I do hold many concerns regarding a wider law change. However, I can keep an open mind, and I do not believe it is for me to force my beliefs on others. I wholeheartedly appreciate that for many dealing with a terminal illness, life can become intolerable. Mr. Deputy Speaker, therefore, until we can guarantee that we can achieve the correct balance between allowing personal choice and providing full and complete protection, I am happy to accept the DPP's guidance, but not to push for further law changes.